Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here today with PrimeTime MMA, King of the Cast. I'll be your host, The Doctor. Joining me in the booth tonight will be AGS Ghost and the one and only Great Mist.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for having me today.
Always good. Well, tonight we have, on a Sunday evening, we have the King of the Cast, the tournament to showcase who has the best car fire. We have... let me just double check this. We have tonight we have words. We have VFL and Aggro representing them with 3 fighters. On the other hand, we do have 2 unaffiliates. Moving on to the bracket, as you can see, for the first fight of the night, we have Quidsworth versus Robbie Knuckles. Any particular fighters stand out to you two on tonight's tournament?
I know that Quidsworth and Crypto are extremely good fighters. I'm really looking out for Matty D. That guy is a killer. He was able to get very far within our tournament. Actually, didn't he beat you, Doctor?
Quite possibly. If I remember, it was kind of a sketchy decision, but yes, he did beat me, sadly. And you are well aware of that fact. Always fun.
I fought him a few times too, and I think he beat me too.
Yeah, indeed.
I'm definitely excited to see TMF Crypto getting in there. He's a great striker. And also, I'm excited to see Robbie Knuckles get in there too.
Yeah, Robbie Knuckles, I have heard bits and pieces about. He is quite good. Quids as well is a very fantastic striker. Matty D, as you mentioned, a good striker. He got 3 of the TMF camps in there, all of them brilliant strikers. Keza, who I know is an ESFL person who has fought and who does understand the game pretty well as well. K-Fied, a highlight of Prime Time itself. So it is looking to be a good forward card. With that being said, I think that's time to go straight into the first fight of this evening with Chinsworth versus Robbie Knuckles.
Out the gate, I can already tell that Bobby Knuckles has that maxed out height. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be rooting for Chinsworth here.
Yeah, I would agree. I would be rooting for Chinsworth as well, but you could still see it could go either way. Both of them 0-0 and both of them new. Casts as well also play a different impact in this game. You've got to imagine it's very much a different story going from Rakes to Casts, but you're never particularly sure. Vanguard picked, which is interesting. Maybe we'll see a bit of grappling on Robbie Knuckles' side.
Now, are the submissions still banned?
Yes, we do have the submissions banned. I'll quickly run over them. We have the standing gilly, back sitting rear naked choke, side saddle arm triangle, windshield wiper choke, and mounted go-go. That does mean that if you do get it from rubber guard, it is allowed.
Okay, awesome.
I have to go for my boy Robbie in this one because he's in my team. I spar a lot with him, and his striking has improved quite a bit over the past months.
You think he's going with a Vanguard pick to bring it to the ground? Or
he's been working on his ground with AJ's pug, so I haven't sparred with him on the ground, so let's see how that works out.
Is this a Benson Henderson calf?
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, it is.
This is Chinsworth's normal cast. I've seen him use him a few times. It's a fun one indeed. Actually looks quite realistic, which I haven't actually noticed until just now.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It looks like Robbie Knuckles has already gotten the fight to the ground exactly where he wants it to be. That ground and pound is a little sus though, and
He gets
him
reversed.
flipped over.
Does get the top mount here. That ground and pound probably put down to an instant if he could get that ground and pound from top mount. The stam of Robbie Knuckles staying fairly low. Chinsworth having an easy time here, slipping into this side control position and now raining down the elbows, Ghost.
It does look like he's kind of panicking on the ground. If he's going to do that ground and pound, I'd like to see him mix it up with some straights and hooks.
You have also got to imagine that he's the one who took this down. He's going to be a bit flustered on bottom mist.
Yeah, 100%. I don't understand what he was that ground Vanguards are not good with the ground. They need to go for submissions and work for position. So him going for the ground and pound and immediately getting reversed is just unfortunate for him.
Yeah, it is kind of...
Go ahead.
It is kind of unfortunate for Ghost here. Like, he got the good takedown, starting on a bit of the takedown, but then Quids has majorly taken most of the impact so far.
Agreed, man. He seemed like he was panicking on the ground too when he was on the defensive side of things.
Yeah, we're already seeing those spinning techniques, and this is exactly where Chinsworth wants the fight to be. Oh my goodness, a good
He landed
overhand.
that.
Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, Chinsworth is just piecing him up. The only success Bobby Knuckles did have was at the very beginning. He did do a lovely job there. Go for another takedown. Doesn't get it, but he does get the lovely defense. And that's a fantastic job there by Chinsworth maintaining the control.
He just got rocked.
Oh, that's a beautiful kick.
This might be it.
Uh-oh.
Going for the arm.
Oh, he went for a submission.
He wants to break his arm, evidently. Submit bar fairly high. The submit bar is also going up high, and the escape does seem to be imminent, kind of. It's getting there, but it's staying fairly close.
Yeah, the kickboxer acrobat does not have the best submission offense, so I believe this will be an attempt, but it won't get all the way through.
He did get out. Let's see if Robbie Knuckles is going to be a little bit more patient on that ground game, especially on the top. I would like to see more feints on him before you can get those transitions, but he's not using it at all.
Yeah, it does get the top mount though, even without the feints. Doesn't get that deny, and that's kind of an issue here. Like, Bobby Knuckles he's got the takedowns. He seems to have a bit of the striking, but so far Quid seems to be more well versed in all of the aspects. That being said, though, Ghost, what do you expect Bobby Knuckles to look for coming into this later round? I think it's kind of evident what Quid is going to do. He's had success in most of these cases.
I think he's going to have to really work on getting to the ground and staying there, and actually being in a dominant position. If he can get the top mount and work some ground and pound, or even side control, fucking shit. If he's able to get a Peruvian necktie, it might be able to go his way, but I don't see him getting that fight.
Well, you mentioned the Peruvian necktie from the sprawl position. You've also got a giddy, but he does get a lovely drop there, and this is a very dangerous position for Bobby Knuckles to be in. That clinch. He can do some massive damage. Spin kick narrowly avoids it. Head kick fires back, and he does get the miss.
Chinsworth is doing an extremely good job of working, and he's a vet, and he's showing off his veteran skills. He got the takedown. All right, this is where he needs to be. Go ahead, Ghost.
Let's see if he's able to do it. I do like what Henderson's doing on that stand-up. He's not wasting any energy when he throws those strikes, and they look really clean. I want to see Robbie Knuckles put some pressure on him and try to go for a submission instead of that ground and pound.
He gets denied.
The backside is a very strong position if he can maintain it, and so far that's a peculiar fake. Does get the posture up here, and Chinsworth has got the reversal with the low stam, and now this is a dangerous position to be. The arm bars are straightening in. He has also got the top mount, and now he's starting to rain his heavy ground and pound.
Yeah, that's the thing about once you're a grappler. Oh, he's going for a leg lock, and it gets. Oh, this is not good.
I've never
I think
seen
he
that
let go of that.
Yeah, I think he let go of it and ended up getting top mount posture up. Interesting animation. Some of the fakes of Robbie Knuckles are a bit unorthodox, to say the least. And that being said, Chinsworth landing that's some nice ground and pound, sneaking past the block. A couple of the words defended. That half guard has been a constant denial on the means of Chinsworth.
Yeah, he's really taken away Robbie Knuckles' stamina, and that's not a good thing, especially if you're going to be grappling, because if you're trying to grapple a striker, it's just going to be a bad fucking day if you're not able to actually keep it to the ground, keep your stamina above them. And this is Chinsworth's world now. Oh, fuck!
He just landed that spinning back kick.
Indeed, both of them are playing a very brutal game here. Chinsworth is starting to put on this pressure. He can feel the blood in the air off of Robbie Knuckles, and he's just looking for that one shot. Lands another overhand off that lunging straight, and a single leg gets denied.
I like that how he's breaking that block with those straights to land over that overhand.
Yeah, well, you have seen a couple of people do that. The jabs typically followed by punches. Just straight on the other hand is followed by the kick. So that being said, though, he doesn't need them and just digs to that body's head and flashy kick, just trying to sneak past the block.
Oh, he got the takedown though.
Yeah,
but only 5 seconds left.
5 seconds left, and low stand with the reversal at the end. You've got to think that Chinsworth has had 2 dominant rounds. This final round is going to be a massive impact. It's all out for Robbie Knuckles if he doesn't manage to get a finish coming into this third and final round.
See it ending in the early third round.
Quite possibly so.
That doesn't sound very supportive.
I mean, at some points you have to be realistic. Oh, lovely job there by Chinsworth. That spinning kick is doing fantastic. Working that block with the knees in this clinch position. Robbie Knuckles is facing some serious adversity in a very tough opponent.
He's getting picked apart.
He's definitely putting a striking clinic on Robbie Knuckles. He's still getting those takedowns, though.
He's getting.
I think it's a little too late, though.
Yeah, he needs to finish the fight.
Yeah, it has been like the main. It's the only aspect in which Robbie Knuckles has succeeded. Lovely head kick counter there, though, on the slip straight. Digs to that body. That body's done hard. That is gas completely. And, oh, a little wag of the fingers. Not the taunt. Indeed.
He's got to really watch out for that kick because that thing, even with low stamina, can knock out your opponent.
Yeah, the low stamina, he can't even seem to get a 1-2 straight. Just a general,
He's telling him, get up and take this ass whooping. Oh, man.
Oh! Damn!
This was ugly as shit. Benson Henderson makes his way back into the UFC and knocks out an ugly-ass calf. Oh, he's not ugly, my bad. But
that does really look like Henderson, and good job on that. Crap. Ooh.
Can we get an F in the chat, boys?
An F indeed in the chat. Chinsworth taking it with the first round, and that being said, I think we go on to our next fight of the evening within Matty D versus K5 Fired.
So, obviously, we were talking about Matty D earlier. What do you guys know about K5 Fired? K-Fired. Fuck it, K-Fired.
Predominantly a striker, has come back from much. He had a hectic fight against Mystic Mac on one of our old primetime card a bit ago, and he did a very good job and looked very promising in that.
They say he's a good all-around fighter. His striking's pretty good, and his ground game is too. I've sparred him a few times in the camp, and I can see a good competitive match against the TMF Matty there.
Do you think his best bet is going to be getting to the ground or striking?
I think he's going to want to take it to the ground.
It looks like Matty D is going to be going with the top dog, and Fired is going to be going with the Virtuoso. Virtuoso is a 4.5 star fighter all around. His moves aren't the best, but he has the stats to really hold up and back up whatever he's trying to do. The balanced top dog is definitely a choice that I haven't seen in a long time.
Oh, he switched it.
What did he switch to?
The same as
Virtuoso?
As the other fighter. Yeah.
I believe Virtuoso does have the leg kicks, although I don't think any of us can really say we're very much calf oriented. You may correct me here, Ghost, but I believe Virtuoso, or however you pronounce his name, is a leg kick base, a couple good kicks, and very much an all-round fighter.
Yeah, it's an all-around fighter. It does have some good submissions too, but the striking, it doesn't recover well when you get rocked a lot. So there's that.
Got a low recovery stat. Yeah, and they're both very tall fighters, and I think that's going to play a part. They're going to try to snipe each other from the distance.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's that leg kick.
Well, Matty D does like the style of letting your opponent come forward. The death kick comes out. Lovely uppercut counter there. K5 fight already shooting for the legs, feeling uncomfortable on the feet. If you're going to do anything with Matty, it's probably put him on the bottom position. He's a bit sketchy there, but again, either way, they're both very competitive fighters.
100%. They got that clinch. It's going to, move right into the body kick. I think whoever I apologize. I think whoever gets the advantage with their stamina is going to be the one who wins this fight.
Yeah, right now they look pretty even on the stand-up, but it looks like Maddie's looks like he's gonna dominate on the ground a little bit. He's getting these transitions pretty easy, except that one right there.
I think Matty's the one on bottom, K55 is the one on top. Lovely to know that off top mount he does get the reversal now, your statement being true, and this is massively turned about. K55 looked like a dominant position on the ground. That lovely bit of ground pound, short and sweet. That's exactly what you wanted. Denial of that full guts, massive with the full GI, gets into the top man and can now start landing heavy bombs. Miss.
This is very bad. This is not good at all. Oh, wonderful reversal.
That's exactly what you wanted, your K5, although that isn't what you wanted, him sidestepping out the way, a death kick in retaliation, and a body kick gets blocked. That uppercut of Matt he's been looking for quite a bit, and so far he's succeeding to land for it, apart from 1 or 2 occasions.
Oh, he landed that axe kick.
I think that's one of the weirdest kicks in this game because it doesn't look very powerful, but it hurts so fucking much if you catch him clean.
I mean,
you can land it up close.
I'm also the fact, if you think about it, if you lift your foot up and then just let gravity hit you on top of the head, I bet it's gonna hurt.
100%.
Nope, we seem to have a bit
like
of
a break.
pause in the action, and a front kick puts us straight back into it. Lovely shot there, leg kick attempt, and he gets denied. A minute left on the clock. So far it looks like Matty D's fight. Cardio fairly similar. I can't remember who was mentioned in the stand war, but it doesn't seem to be the case with both of them staying fairly patient on the feet. Oh.
Oh, that spinning kick. If you move to the inside of that spinning kick, it'll miss most of the time. But I don't think that he knows that.
Yeah, moving towards the power hand does allow massive amounts. Normally you can sidestep a lot of stuff just by not even sidestepping when you move to that power hand. The spinning kick, I believe a couple of the side kicks also do it, and some other kicks, so it's kind of a good one to always do, always be cycling to that power hand, especially when dealing with a heavy kickboxer.
Hey, Greatness, what do you think K-Fired should do to kind of, because he did not win that round, what do you think he should be changing up on here?
Well, he probably should stay off the ground. That would be the best bet for him. And it's in top mount. This is not a good spot to be if you're K5 fired.
Yeah, pretty much. If anything could have gone wrong within the first minute of the round, it has gone wrong here. Another top mount gets denial of the half guard and could easily start raining bombs. He has got to be careful though. He did get swept out of this position last time round, but he's done a fantastic job staying calm. Gets the deny. That's big on this part, and could go for an armbar. Instead goes for this heavy ground and pound and just looking to make his way through the block.
And this is back in the top mount. I think Matty's going to be working top mount a lot this game.
That being said, though, he gets off, it gets to stun, a flying knee attempt, and it doesn't get Snoo to block. A clinch attempt, couple needs to stand low of K5. Matty out of the clinch now, and K5's stam has returned.
Yeah, their stamina's going pretty even at the moment. Oh, yeah. Those spin kicks, however, will be draining if he misses one of them.
Yeah, but Matty D just lands 2 heavy body shots there. That's going to dig into the cardio of K55, and he's got to be wary of them.
Oh, not double elbows. He's getting desperate.
Yeah, you can tell he's getting really desperate trying to get the finish. I don't think he wants to make this into a third round for K-Fired. I think Matty has his fight so far. He's looking pretty clean on the striking and the ground game.
There's that spin kick again.
Matty D narrowly avoids the spinning back fist. The uppercut just seemed to be in most cases. A head kick finally makes its way through the block, and a minute 30 left on the clock so far.
There's that spinning back fist.
That's definitely secured the round for Matty D, even if he doesn't get the finish, and now he's starting to put on this pressure a bit. The cardio definitely going in favour of Matt as well.
Oh, he got rocked again.
Strikes. Gets dropped. Yeah, there goes the stamina like you were talking about earlier, Ghost. That shit is dropping.
Dropped quick. He picked up the pace in at the end of the round, and it's affecting him bad.
Those spin kicks are deadly.
Well, Matty D definitely seemed like he felt the change in the pressure, and he felt like he could open up a bit more, and that's what he's done. He's worked his way through the block, picked his shot correctly, used the footwork incredibly well, getting counters when he can, although he does walk into a body kick and a flying knee attempt off the fake, doesn't get it, and a lead hook to finish the second round.
That was a great round right there.
Who do you guys who do you guys think that took that round?
Matty for sure.
Matty for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree. I think Matty definitely won that round. Although K-Fire's still got enough stamina, still got the potential to get a knockout. Matty D, you're never particularly sure if he's out or not. And that being said, Matty D starts putting this pressure, does get knee to the body, head kick hits the block, and an axe kick in return.
It's really just chipping away at his block and head health. Trying to get that axe kick back.
He's not wasting any shots on K-Fire either. That's why his stamina is pretty high.
You know, what I find really crazy is none of these guys are using a lot of head movement. And when they do, it's just like very, very safe head movement usually.
That's because you don't want to get caught. You're in a league fight. You don't want to risk any flashy stuff, otherwise you may possibly risk counter off it and it may go badly for you. All you need sometimes is one single shot.
What are you talking about? Always be risky.
Nobody always hunts the finish like you do, mister. Lovely counter there. Digs down to that body. That body is so hurt now.
That combo looked oddly familiar.
That looked really nice. He's looking clean, man.
Oh. You gotta watch out for that spin kick. Oh, goodness.
He's opening up on him.
Not the...
Everyone's taunting.
He slips the overhand. This is not looking good for K5.
Look back into this. The stamina nearly halfway there. He's standing on the back foot. He's got a minute 30 left on the clock, and so far Matty D has had massive control of this fight. It's starting to take more dominance as it goes on.
Yeah, I would highly recommend that he goes for a finish because you never know how the judges will look at a fight.
I mean, clearly he bribes the judges, but that's a difference in all of itself. Lovely job there. Getting the finish, looking for this ground and pound, and he's nearly going it. The block staying fairly low, and he does get the finish.
What a
good fight from those two.
K-Fire definitely had his moments in the fight. I would like to see more head movement from him in the next one.
I guess he'll have to wait until next weekend, right? Or whenever the next event is.
Yeah.
Indeed, lovely job by Matty D there, and with that being said, it takes us on to our third fight of the evening.
Who's gonna be fighting in this fight, brother?
Kryptonite King versus Brain's Gone for 2 seconds. Even though Big Nige. There we are.
This is gonna be a crazy fight.
If Kryptonite can pull off a Superman kick, a Showtime kick, I'll be impressed. I'm not sure if any calf has it, which is kind of sad, but if a calf does, he's going to be the one to do it, my bet.
I've never seen it happen in a calf.
Weird parts of this all. With that being said, let's get straight into this fight.
Got the rainbow trunks going on.
I do love the clothing choices.
The beard is fantastic. The rainbow shorts help with the character, and the gloves look like they're flowery, which is interesting.
You're gonna beat him with peace. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Oh God. And we actually pay attention to the art like their shows? I didn't, sadly enough.
I know that Crypto's going to be going with a striker.
That is evidence with his Travis Turbo pick. He's always a fun one. In the other hand, we have Big Nige. This is bound to be a hectic fight indeed.
definitely see a high level of striking from both these guys here.
I really like the hair choice
touch
of the
your
guy.
dogs?
Is it out of disrespect or just not wanting, to get right into the fight?
I don't know. Depends who you ask. With that being said, though, Crypto's looking already to land those kicks. He's playing on the back foot, digging to that leg, and then coming on top with the boxing. An axe kick fired in return, and so far both of them are just looking for the right shots. Crypto mainly standing on the back foot. On the other hand, Big Nige is looking to put on this pressure.
Oh, there's that spin kick I was talking about. Oh, dropping the block. King has to be careful, because that kick will knock you out if it just catches you right.
Both of them tried head kicks. He's lead leg kick lands first, and so far Big Nose ain't fairly patient, just looking for one big shot after another. That straight down the middle seems to be his main shot. He doesn't seem to like using the jab per se. Another death kick to follow.
He's looking for that spinning back kick a lot in this fight.
Yeah, he really is. Crypto's known for his footwork. He's trying to hop in and out the pocket. You see a couple of times with lovely sidestep. Doesn't manage to land that body kick, which is one of his main keys. A 1-2 head kick narrowly avoids him. A crane kick in return, he doesn't get it. A Superman punch, though, does get fired off. And with 2 minutes 30 left on the clock, it's kind of a back and forth fight.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
Looks like he's
careful.
Yeah, man. It looks like Kryptonite's looking for that counter.
Yeah, both of them do seem to be playing counter styles. It's just the fact that it seems like Big Nige is putting on this pressure a bit more, whilst Crypto's happy to circle around the outside, dig to that body. Lovely job there, and an oblique kick just to add insult to injury, evidently. Oh, another death kick lands a flying knee in retaliation. A minute left on this clock. I'm not sure who's particularly winning, Ghost. Well, who would you say is?
I would give it to Bid Nid just because he's landed more.
Oh,
he's rocked him. He definitely won that round this time.
Yeah, he dropped him included. He's looking for the ground and pound. Does get a deny there on the stat guard, and we're back up onto the feet with a minute 30 left on the clock. Krypton really needs to find some way to change this bout, otherwise he will be down a round. Although that doesn't mean much when you do have another 2 rounds to go. Greatness.
Yeah, 100%. He's doing a really good job of staying on the outside. I think he needs to circle more to that power hand so he can dodge some of those spinning strikes.
Agreed. I would like him to use. We're not seeing much head movement from these fighters either. I do want to see Kryptonite. Yeah.
Granted, those head movement stats of the Caps, other than the Showboat, is shit. Like, they're less than 3.5 stars.
That's very true.
On a side note, Kryptonite King isn't particularly known for his head movement. If you're going to see Kryptonite fight, you are going to more see him use footwork to get out of the way of shots instead of the head movement.
It looks like he's actually put the pressure on a dig this round.
Maybe because he does have the stamina to pressure him and just start making him pay. He's looking to trade in that pocket and just do more aggression. If he can get a big counter off when he does that kick or something, and that strike clips him, drops him with the lead hook, and now he's starting to be really issued. Hook sneaking around when the block is overcommitted to the front Ghost, and Kryptonite really needs to change up.
Busted.
Yeah, indeed it is, missed.
His head health is pretty low. It's not going to take much to rock him again.
Wonderful fucking block.
Oh, that lovely aggression there does seem to clip him just a tiny bit, but so far Big Nose is having the most success here. Overhand gets him and he goes for the death kick, knocking Kryptonite clean out.
Damn. We've been getting
wonderful fucking fight. He's now a dark horse in the fucking competition, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it really is a dark horse. Lovely job there by Big Nige, using the kicks effectively and helping out working very much effectively.
Against a formidable opponent too.
All right, so we're on to the next fight. It's going to be between fucking Bobby Lightdew and Keza.
Never heard of him.
I'm going to have to be going with Keza in this one, just because he's a little bit of a better striker, and he's able to get the fight to the ground if he needs to. Bobby Lightdew needs to make sure that he's able to properly work his game plan if he is going to be winning this fight.
We got some characters tonight too.
I'm just saying it. Oh good Lord, this is going to be an interesting matchup. If he does start bleeding, at least we won't see it on his tomato face.
With his electric pants too. Using a powerhouse, both of them.
Neither of them want this fight to go to the ground, and I can't blame them.
Powerhouse doesn't have much of a moveset list, but their boxing is crazy strong.
That is always a good part. It may just be the case that you want to try box someone's face off in Tezia in the kickboxing. As we saw, Crypto tried that in his last fight. Coming into that second round, he sadly got punished for it, probably because he acted too late on it. Touch your gloves to begin with. Keza already starting with that jab straight. The slip straight comes in return and a lead hook counters.
Yeah, Bobby's got to be very careful if he gets a little bit too crazy with these strikes. And if Keza is not careful with his head movement, this will be a quick fight. Ooh, immediately trying good. Yeah, this is going to be a dog fight. I don't expect this to get to the third round, boys.
I mean, we are seeing a bit more of your head movement you were talking about, Mist, and so far both of them making fantastic use of it, especially Keza with the slip straight. Does get the counter though, and he is kind of going low on the stand partly.
Oh, there's that lead overhand. So overhands have a diagonal path, so if they lean to the inside of that strike, it will catch them. Actually, it'll do even more damage, but if they lean to the outside, it'll be missed completely. It's a great counter opportunity.
I believe you can you can also duck down into it, right?
Or just uppercut him in the face. How about that? I'm always the one to just uppercut on an overhand. With that being said, though, the pressure of Bobby Delight is putting on, but Keza's staying fairly patient, happy to contend. He's sneaking these shots in over and over again every time the red-faced, purple-haired man puts on this pressure.
100%. Oh, there's that front kick. If he had leaned, if that was thrown a little bit later, it would have done some damage.
And they're putting some combinations on each other too. They're looking pretty clean on their boxing. I do think Law is doing a little bit better on the stand-up. Kiza, there we go. Got his name.
Yeah. Keza is able to work in that head health just a little bit better.
Yeah, well, Keza seems more natural within his striking. You've got Bobby, who's putting on this pressure, but he's kind of whiffing the lovely duck down, narrowly avoiding it. That block is so screwed. He somehow managed to survive, not getting rocked, but does get nearly kneed in the face with an elbow in retaliation.
He is eating those elbows.
It's an interesting counter. I've never really seen it before. The ducking with the elbow. It's an interesting one.
I've always seen the pull.
Yeah, I've always seen the pull as well, but there we go. And he maybe wants to start thinking about getting those uppercuts right in. Gets the pull and gets a lovely drop, putting him in 1-1. The stam of Kez is also going quite low. He's staying fairly active, so his stam's kind of decreased a lot with 20 seconds left on the clock. So far, I would say more Kez's fact, just for the fact he's been more active in the striking, even whilst playing the counter back, and gets a stun and a drop.
And
I've never seen that elbow before. The way he's
slip elbow? Yeah, it's definitely odd.
Yeah, you normally see a pullback elbow when someone does it, and then you normally clip him with the elbow afterwards, but he's ducking down and coming up with it. It's an interesting thing to see. touch of gloves to start the second round.
Yeah, Kiz is already going to go ahead and start working on that block. There's that lead overhand once again, and that elbow.
Lands clean, too.
That block of Bobby's is fairly low. You've got to think that he may want to start actually moving his head off now, maybe looking for the counters, or just take it down. They do have that option.
Yeah, he needs to get something going, because right now he's just getting pieced up. Oh, another drop. And Kez is not like everybody else. He's going to jump and kill you.
Oh, he narrowly avoids it. He caked the hook with no head health, and now you're in the full bottom, full guard, and you got a couple submission attempts, not much. You got Keza on top, your head health is blinking, you're gonna even look for a get up, maybe a reversal. Does get the full guard again, this is where you want to be in it, but Keza decides that he wants to get up and just start working that chin of Bobby Green up, and he gets clipped instead.
A good rock.
That is a nice straight.
Oh,
another good rock.
Oh!
Digs down to the body, knee afterwards. The counter elbow does land, and the overhand comes back in retaliation. The block low, the head being fairly low, is constantly blinking now. And
is Bobby gonna make a comeback? He's got to work. He needs to throw. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
He just got fucking timbered.
This is a brawl, man.
Oh,
it's over.
That is the first ground and pound finish that we've had this card.
Damn. That powerhouse calf class is punching is crazy strong, man.
Now, what's really funny is just a while ago, I fought Bobby, and I was like, oh, he's... I didn't realize that he was on the card, because I couldn't read his little name slot. So I guess he was warming up, and I don't think he got that warm.
indeed. Maybe not, but with that being said, we're on to the semi-finals now between Chinsworth versus Matty D. This is going to be an interesting fight. Both of them TMF, both of them probably sparred a lot, both of them very much in the striking realm, so it's bound to be an interesting fight.
Battle of brothers.
Yep. And those are usually the best fights, man. Benson Henderson.
Yeah, especially when they know each other, it's always bound to be an interesting fight indeed. Both of them are well versed, as you can see, 28-10. Matty D being the betting favourite within the wins, but you got to remember, never means anything. They could be Suarez messing about. You just never know.
Exactly. They definitely
really like this.
spar a lot, though.
Oh, yeah. I really like this Benson Henderson pick, guys. It's just so fun to look at.
I don't know how he did that, because my creative fighter, it's a pain in the butt to make fighters.
And if you do, it usually turns out like they, had a stroke at some point,
Looks like Mario from Super Smash Brothers.
Not Mario. His face is a little wonky, but like everything else, like when you're fighting, you're not exactly looking at the face.
He says, let's go. Let's get this done.
Both of them taunting, both of them showing signs of respect. And that being said, the touch of gloves to start the beginning of round one off. Both of them fairly staying cautious. The leg kick to start everything off. Chins comes back with lead hook, and so far both of them just trying to figure out each other's ranges.
Yeah. Oh, a wonderful 1-2 right there.
That was a nice combination.
That lunging jab is a pivotal fucking role in his striking, and he uses it very well.
Yeah, he's got the distance with it really good.
Oh.
And he lands it again.
Yeah, lovely job there by Chins. The body kick does land back, and so far Matty D is just digging that body every time Chins wants to come up top.
Wonderful lunge.
You can tell they spar a lot. They know what they're looking for.
Yeah. But those are usually the most interesting fights, in my opinion.
They are.
Oh, that jab, that steam jab is so effective. Spinning elbow does not land. Those 1-2s do.
That jab working down the block, Matty D coming in, being with the straight, looking for it. Head kick attempt and gets the switch kick to body. Every time Chinsworth has done those big combos, Matty D is countered just with a switch kick. Gets the knockdown there. Looking to dig down to that body. The body counter, and a lovely job there by Chinsworth getting the counters back from what he did have.
100%. I think he's really got to work that body a bit more because Virtuoso is not. Yeah, it's a Virtuoso. That Virtuoso's pick is going to have a little bit more stamina in the long run. Flying knee gets through.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. This is some wild-ass shit going on right here. Tell you what.
Good job there, working the body by both opponents. The stam of Chinsworth is slightly lower, 50 seconds left on the clock, and Matty D so far looks like the more dominant fighter.
I mean, he did get that stun earlier. He's working, he's like picking at Chinsworth a little bit better than Chinsworth is picking at him. It's unfortunate.
He's keeping it really simple. He's not going too crazy with his striking, landing the 1-2s and hooks.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that's really eaten away at Chinsworth's stamina as well. He's using a lot of spinning techniques and a lot of things that will drop your stamina if they miss, and Matty's been making him miss. I think this round goes to Matty.
I agree.
I do indeed. We did also get the drop by Matty, most likely securing the round, although he did seem to have better striking throughout the course of the fight. Coming to this next round, I'm not sure what I want Chinsworth to do, but I definitely want to see him somewhat change it up, especially when he's fighting Matty and putting on this pressure.
100%. Going for a leg kick. I feel like he should have been working those legs a little bit earlier in the fight. That pull almost went through. He's got to watch out for that.
Ooh.
He's just sticking him with them hooks. And he did not follow up.
Yeah, probably just a misinput of buttons. He did go for the body kick. Lovely spin kick there, digs down to the body, and so far Chins probably needs to look for another avenue of success here, done by the fact Matty D is winning in the boxing. He gets the kick though, and that's exactly what he wanted.
So far this round is for Chinsworth, but it can change very easily.
I like the pressure that Chinsworth is putting on him.
I mean, he's got to. If he lets Matty pick at him, wonderful fucking counter right there. Shame that didn't get a body rock.
Indeed, he did sneak under every shot Matty threw there and just worked that body. She's now starting to figure out trading quite nicely. Does get the pullback. His leg caught, jab to the face, is tripping, puts him straight on his arm. Matty D looking into this half guard position and missed. You gotta think that your Chins, you want to get back on feet. He was flowing and he was having success.
Well, that and he's only got a 3.5 star grappling game, and it's definitely not with the it's not a very good bottom game. I'll tell you that. Virtuoso, on the other hand, has a wonderful top game, and I think this is where Matty's going to keep it because he was getting stung a little bit. He's probably going to try to hold him here and do some damage.
He's definitely going to put that pressure on him and probably waste his stamina already. He already has a stamina advantage, and then keeping this on the ground like this is he's going to keep his stamina advantage going up. But he did get that reversal.
That is a very good
on
reversal.
The other side, Chinsworth has got a solo stam here. Matty D fairly high, and he's now in this full guard position. He could look for a reversal or could look for the get up. He's got a choice here, and it's a fairly easy one to make if so.
There we go.
Makes it for him instead, though.
Oh.
Working that body. Yeah, the stamina is much. It's very one-sided for Matty at this point.
Eddie got his range really nice on him too. He
another
landed.
stun.
I thought he got out of the way, but it landed.
You gotta love this game's tracking every now and then. If I was Maddie or Chin, I take it back. If I was Chinsworth, I would try to get to the next round because that way you get a little bit more stamina back, and hopefully you can get a couple stuns and win the decision. Because I don't see him beating him. I don't see a finish coming. Like, he's been getting stuns, but his stamina and health stats are still very high for Maddie.
So what do we say? That's what 1-1 apiece. Matty got the knockdown first. Chinsworth had a bit more striking. Here we just see a wooden block instead of the camera, and now we finally get to see Matt. That
was beautiful.
That was really clean indeed.
I do think Maddie took that second round, but you know how the judges are on the UFC. So let's see. It could be 1-1, or it could be 1-2 right now.
Oh, a lovely drop there by Matty D. He's already securing the round, but all he needs to do now is stay calm, stay patient, and then he can probably win the decision.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
We got him. Damn.
There you got the takedown, slashing on the arse, sticking bait down on his arse. And with that being said, gets another deny there and starts working his ground and pound elbows.
Yeah, this is not where we want to be. Not in fucking Maddie's side saddle. Oh, great fucking... We moved to half guard. That stamina's dropped. That arm triangle could have finished the fight right there.
Indeed, lovely job there by Quidsworth, now finally moving into this half guard a bit more secure. He does get the ground and pound up, and this is probably where Matty D wants to keep it. Gets the half guard deny and postures up again.
And Matt's ground game looks really good.
Chinsworth showed a little bit of a spark in that last fight, in that last round, but I don't think... Oh, he got into a reversal. If he's able to get to his feet, he has a chance, because this ground is definitely not where he wants to be.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he needs to do. He probably needs to posture up and then do the get up, getting up on the feet, and then starting to secure the round. Scotland, he's been knocked down, so he's looking to get payback for that. With 2 minutes left on the clock, it's still a viable thing to do. Instead, gassing himself out, gets knocked down himself, gets up, narrowly avoids a head kick, gets ducked, and...
Man, that stamina advantage is very, very, very eminent right now.
Yeah,
you can tell.
Oh, that body
There
stun,
goes that
double
body.
uppercuts, elbow wide in retaliation. The straight comes down the middle, a lead uppercut trying to counter. Chinsworth moving off the block, a spear takedown on Matt, and this is just Matty's game to play currently.
And as you know, Matty does bribe judges. How? Through favors. But I think this is going to be Matty's fight. If this gets to a decision, and if Chinsworth isn't able to get back to his feet, just depressing.
He took a big stamina hit on that as well.
Well, he's only got 40 seconds left. You might as well gas yourself out just trying to maybe succeed to finish here. And by the looks of it, Matty D's happy to ride this out into the end of the last round. Gets the denial there, looks the posture up, and instead he goes for the half side control, sorry.
You know how I feel about decisions.
You hate him?
Oh, with a passion.
I mean, I can't say I blame you with the state of the game in this decision. We'll see who wins, but it quite possibly could be Matt Quidsworth. You never know.
If it is, I'm going to have a very big laugh. Nope. It isn't.
Okay, Matt wins.
All right. As I said earlier, favors were given just to make sure, just to secure that decision.
Chinsworth did look good with some of those combinations he was landing, though.
Oh yeah, that second round, that definitely went to Chins in my opinion. But you never know. If he was able to stay off the ground and really work those combos and get a stun or two, he would have been able to get that third round and maybe the decision.
Yeah, I gave him the second round as well.
Yeah, indeed. I did also give Chin's second round a very good fight. Matty D played it very well. He got that elbow off at the very beginning of that third round and just held dominant throughout by taking him down and controlling the fight.
Oh, yeah. And that's what he had to do, and I completely agree with it. No, good choice by him.
That being said, though, we're into the second fight to see who's fighting Matty D with the finals of Big Nige versus Keza.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very interesting fight just because Nigel did really shut down Crypto. And, I mean, you know Keza's going to be going for his boxing.
I might have to give Nigel this fight just because he looks so dominating against Crypto. But what was the other guy's name again? Kezi?
Keza.
Keza looks really good too. So this is going to be this really could go either way.
And Keza already has a 1-0 record, so.
Plays air guitar with his leg. Lovely job there. That being said, though, we move into the first round. Both of them staying fairly aggressive and looking for the kill.
Ooh. Nigel needs to watch out for those power shots in that boxing for sure.
Yeah, see, he's going with the Boxer Showboat, which has a wonderful head movement stat. But I don't think I saw I don't think I saw it very much in the Crypto fight.
No, he didn't.
Oh, lovely job there. Missed a head kick and he gets the straight counter. And now looks at that finish. That was quick.
Oh,
all right,
quick.
well, we're moving on to our...
Well then.
I was not expecting that.
That happened.
Extremely good counter there.
So one time I look at my phone.
Anybody looking on the clock? 1 minute, 13 seconds. Jesus.
Well, now we got our last fight.
Oh yeah, this is going to be between Keza and Matty D. I think a lot of people thought this matchup was going to happen. I thought it was going to happen as well. But I didn't expect it to happen in that way.
I thought Nigel was gonna. I thought it was gonna go at least 3 rounds. To be honest with you, I thought it was gonna go. One of them was gonna finish it in the 3rd round.
Get past the first minute.
No.
And that was just. Well, that's how you counter a spin kick, ain't it? Simple as. Like, you just sidestep it, and that's exactly what he did. He just killed him straight out. That was brutal.
That was a big miss for Nigel.
It's unfortunate because I don't think he expected that to happen.
I don't think anybody was expecting that to happen, to be fair.
Fair.
That was absolutely brutal. That being said, though, I think we just need to pass time whilst we wait for these two to lobby up.
Yeah, they did. This is probably going to be it's going to be a barn burner, way or the other. Either it's going to be ended in the first minute, or it's going to be a 3-round. Is it going to be a 5-round fight or a 3-round?
I believe it's going to be a 5-round fight. Should be a fun one.
It's definitely going to be a dog fight.
I mean, we have seen some utter fights here. We had Chinsworth within the first round against Robbie Knuckles. He had a dominant performance. Sadly, then got stopped in his track by Matty D. On the other hand, we had Keza deal with Bobby's Lightstone on that back foot, looking for the counter. And then you had him against Big Nige, in which we just saw he got murdered, it's sad to say. So both of them seem to be on the back foot strikers, so it's definitely going to be the person who's going to push forward, maybe the one in the biggest trouble here.
Did Keza use the powerhouse in that last fight too, as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a hard calf to fight against, that powerhouse.
Yeah, he's got some killer hands as suggested by the name Powerhouse, and Keza's showing it tonight. That being said, though, both of them lobbied up, clean and sorted. This looks like they're good to go. I start us
I'm
off.
excited for this one.
Same.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be like I said, barn burner, 100%.
Or either go the distance or end in a round, as I think Ghost said. So, I mean, we got the boxer powerhouse of Keza. Matty D's looking to go the Virtuoso card, maybe the top dog balance, but this is going to be an interesting fight. 60 ping, so they're fairly solid on the ping as well, and they're both running
He's
up now.
changed it up.
Oh, this is interesting.
Huh.
What did he switch to?
Same as Matty D with the Virtuoso card. Can't pronounce the name for the life or money of me, but we continue.
I thought it was a big powerhouse again. Maybe he saw it the way his ground game was.
Yeah, indeed. Could do. Just had a better ground game on the top. But with that being said, they touched gloves in the first round, and Matty D starting the fight off with a leg kick, a body kick in return in terms of Keza.
Ooh, wonderful fucking combo right there.
Yeah, Keza's playing aggressive. We haven't seen this so far. He's allowed his opponent to be the aggressive, and now by the seems I think he mained this will be this will be a fight of the stamina, as you said. I think Matty D likes making it such. If he can get a stamina advantage early on, he will start looking for the kill shots straight afterwards.
Yeah, Keza's really taking the back pedal on this one. Well, he lands those nice combinations there.
Lovely job there, moving that head, digging down to that body straight afterwards to get the stamina advantage low. Dodged the head kick, deals to that body. A head kick fired, and sadly doesn't land. Matty D definitely feels like the more confident fighter here. So far, any major shots Keza has thrown, he's blocked or head movemented out the way of.
And he goes for that takedown and gets it.
Guess and I go for the full guard, and now Matty D is in a very difficult position here. Keza does have the opportunity, and instead he gets to block the hook, comes out down, and Keza's also got the lower stamina. I think that may be the case for the rest of this fight.
Oh yeah, Matty will keep it like that if he can.
Attempts to Kimura Gessenite after getting the posture up. The low stamina of Matty D definitely indicating that maybe it was something to go to, but instead he's staying patient, trying to build that GA, gets the posture up, gets reversed though, massive by Keza here, and could easily go top man. Does get the deny, and this is a back and forth fight on the ground.
Now we know why. Go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, I think this is why Keza went with the Virtuoso pick, because it's the best plan against a good grappler.
I think it's more the
he got
case
that reversal.
Matty D's a better striker, but he gets reversed there, and that's exactly what he wanted. You can see that Keza does seem to have kind of the better ground game. He did get taken down first, so he did have to get a bit used to the ground game, work his way up, and now Matty D's on the feet, and I'm expecting him to feel a bit more comfortable here. Seeing the fight start, definitely seeing. I don't know who that went in the favour of, to be fair. It went away so quickly.
I would give it to Matt. I think he did enough.
Yeah, and that stamina difference is only going to get wider as this fight goes on.
Beautiful knee. Oh. I thought he landed on the body. It said the head, though.
Yeah, we gotta love this game's tracking.
Going for that takedown again. I like the way Maddie's kind of mixing his stand up to the ground, making Keza really think about that takedown. I think that's why he's kind of on the back pedal.
Yeah, Matty D is a good mixed all round. So far, though, he does seem to have more success on the feet, I would be saying. Say that as he gets countered, and Keza's starting to put on his pressure now.
Keza has a wonderful fucking sidestep, and he's got to watch out doing all that fucking swaying.
Yeah, a simple hook or an uppercut can land, and it could end his night pretty quick.
Dropping that block. Keza is really trying to take out Matty D's chance of defense. Ooh, good elbow. See, the thing about those body kicks, if you do them too close, that elbow will just rock your shit. Oh, shit.
That was beautiful.
Oh, Matty D got dropped, and Keza now looking to put on this pressure. Massive turnaround in the favour of Keza here. He just managed to find the right time. He's figured out that the pressure he could put on from when he's gotten pinned against the cage is definitely the right thing. Matty D attempts takedown, does get the deny. Keza low on Stam, and now he's away from the cage. Maybe he's got a bit more room to open the footwork with.
Well, that block is not constantly getting dropped, and there's another drop.
Spinning elbow this time, dropping him, and that is some major news with the fan of Keza. Keza just slowly piecing apart the block so low, and he gets a counter with it. Uppercut, gets a drop in return, looks at jump on, doesn't get it, and death kick.
Damn, that spinning back kick.
Yeah, that spinning back kick, you have to sway if you're going to try to avoid it. You cannot duck or pull back.
Well, it's
Man,
interesting.
You were saying this is going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, this really is a barn burner. The first round looked fairly even. It ended with a grappling exchange, and now we've just ended with two back and forth knockdowns. Matty D's head health much lower. Keza looking much better in terms of the health stats. Gets the deny there, and 2 seconds left. It's a lovely job.
Woo!
Yeah, extremely good fight so far.
2 knockdowns apiece. Matty D looking like he got the less significant strikes off. That's definitely Keza round. Not sure how the first round will score, but that being said, we go into the third with 3 rounds left remaining.
And spinning elbow is... Yeah.
That's one way to counter a slip strike. Just spinning elbow your opponent to death. Being said, touch of gloves now. Matty D's head health is looking extremely low. Kez has also seems to have got the stamina advantage. The switch kick to retaliation does get ducked to find the knee, and the block of Matty D is something to be scared about. The body stun and the uppercut gets kicked up though. Matty D is finding a home for his shots and he's making sure they are significant.
Yeah, the thing is that Keza is really working for that head health, and there's another stun, another drop.
Well, that's why you work for the head health, is because you can do it, but he gets the finish.
Keza takes it.
Yeah, dang, I thought he was going to make it out of that. Ooh.
Extremely good fight.
First round was a little slow, just filling each other out, and they opened up on the second and third round.
Yeah, indeed. Keza had a bit of a difficulty in the first, but then he started to get a read on it coming to that second, and then the third, he's capitalized on it massively.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to worry about stamina if you're finishing your opponent.
Indeed. With that being said, as we can see, Keza makes a run through. Big Nige with that slip strike comes over to fight Matty D after he fought 2 vicious opponents within Quidsworth and K-Fi to take the King of the Calf title, joining Dirty Dave on the PS side.
Yeah, Dirty Dave has the Xbox, so like, couldn't we technically do a true King of Calves with both of them fighting later down the line?
Technically we could do, but that'd be something to look to in the future. For now though, Keza is the Xbox side of the King of the Calf. Dave's joining Dave in the Hall of Fame as the second King of the Calf fighter. With that being said though, that calls an end to Primetime King of the Calves. Join us next week on Saturday for a double title shot between T-Drivers versus Fad on the Xbox title, and Styles looking to make sure that he's the only belt holder on the PS side.
Yeah, Styles has done a really good job of just holding it down. He's the only PlayStation belt holder, right? Like no one else has been able to take it from him.
Yeah, he's the only one to actually hold the belt so far. He's not letting. It doesn't seem like he's not letting go anytime soon. He wants to get the GOAT status like Trixie. But with that being said, though, I think that's a call to the end of tonight's stream.
You guys have a wonderful night.
Stick around for the raid at the end, and have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen.